Good evening and welcome to the Indie Voice Show, where artists can listen, learn, and grow with knowledge empowering success. And now, here is your host, singer, songwriter, entrepreneur, Miss Wendy Hicks.
Gosh, you know what? I can't even say it high like I want to. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on the Indie Voice Show. I am Wendy Hicks, your hostess with the mostest. You guys have to excuse me. I tell you, combination of laryngitis and a little too much excitement for New Year's kind of got me down, and this change of weather. I'd like to welcome Miss Heather Mendelcorn, the beautiful Miss Heather Mendelcorn, Holistic Hip Hop. How you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
We didn't know we was gonna have a show tonight because this weather. We didn't know if it was going to cooperate or what. Like to say hello to folks in Facebook land. How are you? Can you guys? I hope you can understand me. Okay. Sound like a dude. Somebody said this is kind of sexy. Yeah. So this is the first show for us for 2017. I'm so excited.
That is true. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. I left the libations. I forgot the champagne and the cups. I was so busy rushing and so excited to get here to do this first show. So those of you who have joined us for the first time, I'd like to say welcome. Those of you that are returning, thank you so much for coming back, and thank you for spreading the word about Indie Voice. We got a lot of information in store for you. You know, we seek to inform, inspire, motivate artists that are working on their projects. Let's see some projects getting done in 2017.
A lot.
Yes. Definitely. And so now I've added some segments. The one segment that I have added, there are articles that are published by the Indie Bible, and I will have the publisher call us and do some Q&As later on in the year. But for tonight, we have added a segment called The Golden Nugget, and a gentleman by the name of Alex will be joining us. We're calling him momentarily. He is going to share some information from his book called the Indie Artist Survival Handbook. And I think it would be appropriate to start the new year off with offering some advice or a checklist of things that artists need to do to align their business, the business aspect of music, instead of solely focusing on the creative side. And Heather will also join in and support, you know, what Alex is saying in terms of the things that you need to have in place. And she also has a few extra tidbits to add as well, right?
Yes, I do. Just a few.
So, Alex, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, Alex, welcome.
What's up?
Hi. Hey.
Say hi to Heather.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I can't hardly hear you, but...
Oh, no. Is that better?
Okay, I think that's better.
Okay.
All right, now, what I did... So, Alex, your book, The Indie Artist Survival Handbook, which is an ebook currently, and you're working to update it, and we'll be publishing some more handbooks for artists. And we'll talk a little bit more about that after we do this Golden Nugget segment. But what I did was I took the checklist that you have in your handbook and I put it in PowerPoint so that people could kind of follow along as you go through some of the items in your checklist. Is that okay?
That's fine.
All right, if we could pull that up.
So where you want me to start? You already started the dialogue, or what you got?
So we can start with item number. Oh, hold on a second. Do you see the checklist? It says, hold on a second.
The Indie Artist Checklist.
Well, it's called Golden Nugget _. Do you see the...
Huh? It starts
oh, you don't have
with,
PowerPoint?
Huh?
Oh, hold on. Looks like we're having a... So if we can't pull it up, via PowerPoint. We will go through and we'll just follow along. So go ahead, Alex. Let's start from number 1. The first thing you have on your checklist.
Is the business license, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. This is, let me just a little bit of foundation of this. It's to start off with a solid foundation.
Right.
The indie artist community is a huge market. And out of the things in the checklist, there are some things that goes left undone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to eventually revise this list. But the first thing that an indie artist needs to do is to get a business plan.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't gonna make this a church event, but the book says, "Without a vision, the people perish."
Right.
So once you get a business plan, one of the first things that I would suggest is to get which is number 3, get a tax ID number. Number 2 was a business plan.
Mm-hmm.
Get a tax ID number. Of course, the information is in there where you can go and get your EIN number. But the reason why I say get that first is because in the state of Illinois, what they do, and Indiana as well, they will tell you need to pay to get a search for your company name.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go and get the tax ID number first, you don't have to. This is a way to check your nugget. Here go, and guess what? Here go a golden nugget. Because a lot of people don't know this.
Uh-huh.
Entertainment attorneys will charge you for this. I ain't gonna charge you, so.
Add it to my bill, Alex.
Huh?
Just add it to my growing bill.
I can't hear you.
I said you could add it to my growing bill.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have a big bill. You got a big bill coming. So you get your tax ID number first. Call the IRS, give them your company name that you want. After you do this, your name is clear. Then go get your business license. Because now they're not going to say to you that you need to do a search because you already got a tax ID number.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we got first is let's create a business plan. Number 2, we will get us a tax ID. And then number 3, we're going to go get a license, right?
Okay.
You need the license to go open up a business account.
Okay.
Because and a lot of people know this, but you got a majority of the people that's out here that don't know this.
Okay.
Now, here's another golden nugget for you. Once you open up your company name and you have a legitimate tax ID number, we're going to put a pin in this before we go any further. Let's skip over to number 7.
Okay.
Because number 7 tells us to do what? Register with ASCAP and register your music, right?
Right.
Most people go out here, and a lot of people not going to. Here go another golden nugget. So you done got 2 nuggets in 3 minutes.
Okay.
Once you get your tax ID number, go register your company as a publishing company.
Okay.
Well, somebody will say, well, I already got a publishing company. That's under your Social Security number.
Mm-hmm.
Go register a company under what? Under your business number as well.
Okay.
Well, Brother Alex, the author, why would I do that? Well, when did you tell me why I would do it?
No, you go ahead. This is your thing.
No, I'm asking the question. I got to ask questions, right?
Well, yeah.
Why?
Okay. Why?
You know why I would do it?
Well, you got to be protected.
Well, come on. Why do people get in this business? They want to get paid, right?
Absolutely.
What what does ASCAP and BMI do? They pay royalties.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do, I've created a company, and I'm going to get paid twice.
Right, because initially you can only register one social security number with one or the other.
That's
you
right.
can't do both.
You're going to register your social. Okay, so let's say Wendy Hicks. Let's say she got a song that's called I Love You, Lord. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're going to take. Now, and what, I'm not telling you something that I don't know. I'm not telling you what somebody told me. I'm not telling you what I saw on Oprah or Dr. Phil.
Okay.
I'm telling you what I know. Okay?
Okay.
I take this song that Wendy had. We're going to register it with BMI as an author, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to take that same song, and let's just say that you're a publisher too, right?
Right.
You're going to get paid twice because you're going to get paid under ASCAP and you're going to get paid under BMI
Okay.
because
Makes
you're going to
sense.
register with both of these companies.
Right.
That's what you want to do.
Right.
There ain't nobody in the business going to tell you this. But you take your company ID number and register. I have a song that was called Don't Run Away. I registered my song I registered when I first came into the business with BMI as a writer
Right.
and a publisher. I opened up a company and I registered that same song with ASCAP as a publisher. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But this song, I didn't know it was going to get played. Part of that song got played on the movie score overseas in Australia.
Okay.
I got paid twice on the song. Okay?
Okay.
So what I'm saying is not something somebody told me. I'm telling you what I know.
Right, and we've got a little conversation. You can't see it, but we do have a conversation going on Facebook Live, and we have a young man. Hello, Albert. Thank you for joining and giving your input. He's saying that he's agreeing having your own publishing company allows you to collect royalties that BMI and ASCAP do not collect. So, yes,
You said what now?
on point.
I didn't hear you.
Albert is saying that, yes, having your own publishing company allows you to collect royalties that BMI and ASCAP do not collect. So on point. So let me just ask Heather. Well, let's have Heather join in because she represents
Because
artists, and we need to understand, and the viewing audience and my folks on Facebook Live that are watching need to understand what happens if you don't put your business in order. The
If you don't
business
take
side.
care of your business,
Yes. What will
is
happen?
that the question?
Yes. Actually,
That's the
Heather
question,
has
right?
some. Yes,
Okay.
she has. Heather has some case scenarios of some real live things that happened to artists that did not align their business and just focused on the creative aspect. So she's going to just chat briefly about what happens if you don't take care of the business side.
If you don't,
Right.
Right. Can you hear
if
me?
you don't,
Right.
then let me say it like this without being disrespectful. You're bootlegging yourself.
Right.
Because these are called P12s, is what they called in the industry. Performing rights societies is what they call. Okay?
Okay.
The performing rights societies is companies that pays royalties based off of performances, based off of radio play,
Right.
and the only people that they pay are the publishers and the writers.
Right.
Okay, or authors. That's the terminology that they use.
Right.
Publishers and authors. So, again, Wendy is an author, okay?
Yes.
She's a publisher. Well, see, a lot of people don't register with, oh God, this goes into a whole bunch of stuff.
It does, but we
a lot
don't
of
have.
people won't register with
Okay.
these companies because why? Because they feel like there's a question on this form that says, have you recorded something on a commercial level? I don't know if that's the right way that it's, but it asks you something about recording something commercially. And most people will say no
Right.
if they have not recorded a project. But as soon as you sell something in the market,
Right.
guess what that becomes? It becomes a commercial product.
Right.
So even if you took the CD and you sold it at your church, this is a product, even though you didn't sign it up with SoundScan, even though it ain't registered, this became a commercial commodity because you sold it. So the answer to that question is yes. So the artist that's out there that don't believe that he can sign up with ASCAP or BMI because of that question, that is a no. That's a yes question.
Right, right. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back and hear some input from Heather. Hold tight, okay, Alex? We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll come right back. And we're back. So joining us again, we have Alex on the line. He is the author of the Indie Artist Survival Handbook, and we have Heather Mendelkorn here from Holistic Hip Hop. And Heather, you're going to talk to us a little bit about trademarking and why it's so important.
Right. So previously you guys had heard about setting up your business. That's really important. But the other part is making sure to trademark your business name as well as your artist name. Currently, I'm working with a variety of artists, some that are well known on the scene, that have been on the scene for 20 years or so, and some that are up and coming. And when we do their search name, we're finding other artists with their name or have stolen their name. For me, in my background, in my history, my daughter's father was actually a major hip hop artist and producer, and he never trademarked or copywritten his music. Only a few, like the Dana Day Nightmares, and but because of that, his name was actually taken and now used by which I don't want to say, but a famous hip-hop artist today, and the legacy has been taken and transformed and changed. And so I'm telling artists that I work with to basically, it's very important to trademark your business. Someone can steal all your publishing, whatever they want, and trademark your name, because if you want to stay, keeping your money with your name. So if you want to do shirts or merchandise or anything like that, you need to copyright and trademark your name, and your music. So then later on, your legacy is what you created it to be.
And now with somebody else piggybacking off of that and reaping the benefits of your hard work and labor.
Right. And it's if you are an artist right now and you search out your name in the trademark database, I would do that. And then also just Google your artist name. Make sure that it's just you. And if it's not trademarked, you definitely need to trademark it or plan to change it or plan to somehow share the name, like Redman and Method Man. Their names were so close together, they worked together with that. They didn't fight on it, you know? So it really depends on how you want to make the business work for you. So that's one big thing is trademarking. The other stuff is making sure when you are doing business, you have a separate bank account. So everything can be a tax. Here's your golden nugget from me.
All right.
So a lot of this, even if you're an indie artist and you're just doing everything on your own, but you're hiring graphic artists, you are trademarking your name, you are incorporating your business, I would say as an LLC, a publishing company sounds good to me, or an entertainment company. So from there, you basically have to protect that. And then you start building what is expected as an artist online. Your EPK, your, I was talking about tax write-offs too. Yeah, so everything you drop in, it's the beginning of the year, start saving your receipts. Put everything in a box. It's 2017. This is my business.
Yep.
If you don't incorporate, it's a hobby. And it's all a tax write-off. So there's my golden nugget for.
Oh, okay. Well, see, Alex
else?
might not want you to use his golden nugget. Alex, are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that. She's
I'll
talking
go back
good.
to
Let's bring this in. What she's saying, just to piggyback off of what she said, there was a Common. Remember, Common changed his name.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
And
Anybody
Prince.
remember that?
Right.
What was he called? Common Sense.
See, I don't remember that.
It might
I
have
don't
been.
remember
It
it.
might have been Common Sense. Yeah.
Was it Common Sense?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we know, everybody knows now that he dropped that sense part and became common, right? But it was a part of the foundation that he built as an art that was jacked up. And the part was jacked up because Common Sense was another company. And he was doing all that he did and built up a name. They came back and sued him for that.
Exactly. Trademark.
And he had to go back. He paid them, and then he kept the first part of it, and now he's only called Common.
Okay.
This is why this indie artist checklist is so important.
Yes. Yes.
Because if you miss it, if any steps in this, it may not hurt you in the beginning. It will come back and bite you somewhere.
Right.
So, it's 10% of this business is only your craft, that the God-given ability and talent that the gift that God has given you. The other 90% of it is taking care of the business.
Right.
That's what this business is built on. Independent artists, if we think that we gonna be able to get on major radio, your pockets gotta be deep. Is there some market and promotion strategies around to get in? Yes. If you think you're gonna be in major TV, you're not. Is there some ways to get in? Yep. It's called market and promotions.
Right.
And having a good team on your side. Even if your team is only 2 or 3 people, making sure that they're trustworthy and that you all are acting like a business, presenting yourself. There's so many indie artists now that I'm meeting that are getting signed like one-off with a label or a big name. And that's very smart to just have signed for one because you're getting marketing from them. And then they're also going to the label or to this famous person presenting themselves as a business, as a package. We're ready to go. And so then as the indie artist, they're respected more, a lot more than someone that looks just desperate and has no idea about the business.
Wow, this is
And this is the problem. What we have to understand as independent artists is that we are the majority.
Yep.
not the minority.
That's what I say. I
The
say we're an
majority
army.
needs-
We're an army of artists, and we could take over, actually, if we played the game right.
Right, from the beginning.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Man, this
Happy New
conversation,
Year.
this conversation could go on for well past an
Yeah.
hour. And this,
We do this all night.
but here's the thing. So by the spring, we're definitely putting together a workshop and putting folks together that will help artists to start their business from the beginning. And we're going to probably do like quarterly workshops, but we'll begin from the beginning, which is setting up your business. And those people that are interested, make sure you reach out. I'm in the process of looking for venues now. We're going to have Alex fly in, and I see Albert has been offering some valuable insight as well. Maybe Albert, something you will be interested in. Definitely pull Heather in. Heather, we'll talk about this a little later in the show, but Heather actually teaches workshops, and she's very passionate about youth and helping, the youth get started on the right path in this business. So we're going to just sum it up by saying, I really appreciate, Alex, you taking the time to call in. And again, this is something that we are going to offer regularly. I know you have a busy schedule, but when we can get you on the phone for the Golden Nugget segment to offer some information, briefly tell people how they can stay connected to you.
My website is www.indieartistconsultants.com, and the email is the same, indieartistconsultants@gmail.com.
Okay.
You can reach out to me there. I will probably correspond with you through email at first. If it demands a call, I will give a call, but I won't stay. We start doing that, we'll be on the phone all day.
Yes.
So we try to do email correspondence.
Absolutely, and I'll also make sure that I post your information. You also have a Facebook fan page, so
Yes.
on my Indie Voice fan page, I'll make sure that people can stay connected with you and Heather and all the guests that I've had on the show up to date. So again, I
That's
appreciate you taking the time, Alex. Kurt is online watching. He says hello, hello, hello. Preach, brother Alex. So again, thank you so much for joining us, and we're going to end the call now and keep moving on with the show.
All right, then. God bless y'all.
God bless you
Y'all
too.
have a wonderful day.
Yes, thank
And
you
we'll
so
talk
much.
to you soon.
Where are the hand claps? We need some hand claps. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, I tell you.
Something came unplugged.
Let's see. Oh, that was okay. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll come back and we'll get to know more about my co-host here, Miss Heather Mendelkorn, and we'll be right back.
True, don't let them steal you wrong.
I need my sound effects, and we're back. So that that was our Have You Heard segment. That was Sound of the City Band, and the song is titled Run. That's a local group in the D.C. metropolitan area. Precious or Joubert. Yes, and I actually met her on the Jazz Cruise, and I invited her to come on the show, so definitely got to get her to come out. Really like that video. Special shout out to Rick White. He posted it on his Facebook page, and I kind of stole it. So thank you, Rick White. So now let us get into who this beautiful young lady is sitting next to me.
Thank you.
So this is Heather Mendelkorn, President and Events Bookings Coordinator, trained cultural anthropologist, educator, author, community organizer, and event planner. She founded the company Holistic Hip Hop, and we're going to talk collective. I'm sorry.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about exactly what that is and how you started the company, the passion behind it, and then I'll ask you some questions.
Well, the company came to be because indie artists in the DC area were seeing how the hip hop scene was basically being stolen, and I've seen it as well. So they came to me as an event organizer to begin with to help showcase these indie, and I work with hip hop artists, and their work in the DMV area. But from there, I realized, one, hip-hop, the culture in and of itself is very powerful. It started in the streets in New York City, and it has taken over the world. And from that, being a cultural anthropologist and an educator, my students would come in singing these hip-hop songs, and they couldn't even speak English. So I see the power, but then, again, the culture has been transformed. It's being taken over by just a few conglomerate groups. And so my intent now is to help the indie artists present themselves as businesses, showcase their talent, their work, whether it's events or online, or promoting them in festivals and things like that. And then from there, taking over. And it started in the DMV, but I work with artists now in New York City, New Jersey, Atlanta. I have people reaching out to me from overseas. So it's like the indie artist connection, like if we can all connect, like I was saying earlier, we're like an army, but we have to present ourselves like the businesses. Yes. So, and again, like earlier I was saying, do you want me to go into the bank situation?
Yes.
Yeah. So what we were talking about earlier, starting a business, yes. Getting your EIN, yes. But then getting a separate bank account. So you keep your money clean. So anything you do, whether it's buying a beat or paying for studio time, getting a graphic person to do your flyers or your CD covers, all of that, signing up for if you use CD Baby or whatever online space.
Workshops.
All of that, your space in your home you use to write or produce your music, your cell phone, everything can be a tax write-off.
Right.
If you do it correctly and you keep your money clean and separate. And so, again, another thing with that is, like he was saying, the different publishing companies, so you have that. That's great. And then you can get investors, like people you want to have sponsors. They're going to look at you better when you have a company. You have a company account. You have your PayPal. That works out great as well. So when you're out doing street promotion or wherever you're at, festivals, you have a swipe. Everybody operates like a business. Then you get paid like a business. So that's where I'm at with this collective. We work with people locally. The collective members in our DMV area, what they do is they have their own team. And they're ready to go, and they produce their music. And then I promote them. I give them pointers like I'm doing today, give them ideas on how to brush up their business. But basically, they are their own entity, and I support them because they're supporting the hip-hop culture in a very positive way.
So when you say team, though, is it they came in knowing each other and they started working together, or
No, these are individual artists from all over the DMV in the collective. And what they do is they just sign up with the collective and ask for promotion. And then what I do is I connect them. So there's producers that could connect with the other artists. I have live art, at shows. So I try to integrate all aspects. That's again why it's called Holistic Hip Hop Collective, because I want to look at the culture holistically. So this is like a very multifaceted company. We support the hip hop culture in a positive way. We support the indie artists, whether they're hip hop or not, because we have business. We do contracting business things to help them monetize online. And again, like what we were talking about earlier, put your business package together.
right?
And then we also support it by doing festival work. We do events. We work together with headliners on the scene and then the up-and-coming artists so that
nice.
they can have a cross-promotion situation with their fan base.
And that's important. One of the things that I talk about a lot is the cross support, because you've got independent artists, no matter the genre, but people, how do you know who to support if you don't know who's out there? So it's good to have an outlet where you have access to resources and networks outside of, who you normally deal with. So that's a great benefit.
I work again with a lot of hip hop, okay? So what I'm finding with the hip hop indie artists, the underground scene, is that it is a small world. And that everyone if you connect and then people are just working together.
Right.
It's just really about working together and connecting collectively,
Right.
Workshops. So I also do we also have an educational aspect to our company because a lot of times hip hop started, in the late 70s, and it's been transformed. So the youth today, for example, a lot of them didn't know who Phife was when he passed. And I was like, did you know who Tribe Called Quest is? And they're like, who? So from there, I'm realizing then you have these folks, I don't even know their names, like Young Gotti and Yachty. Who else? Young who? Lots of youngs out there. Oh, okay. So a lot of folks out there that are mumble rappers that the youth think is hip hop. And so I don't understand that, because to me it's exactly the opposite of hip hop, because hip hop is supposed to be you expressing yourself with beats and rhymes, and that is like they don't even care what they're saying. Like that doesn't make sense. So I was like, I need to reach the youth.
Right.
And youth for me is 15 to 24, to be honest. And so we have a workshop tour where we're bringing to universities. And what it is, we have artists from all over, again, the East Coast currently, that are hoping to do workshops for the universities and then do performances. And then we have headliners as well, like Black Sheep and D1, who have said that they would be willing to do an evening performance. So we have a whole set of workshops, performances ready to bring to the youth.
Yes.
And we're working on that right now. Yeah.
See, that's
Any
exciting.
University, we are ready for you. Yeah.
See why I got so excited when I met Heather? I'm not even going to say where we met, but
Yeah.
I'm just...
It was G-rated. That's all that matters. It was.
But I tell you, again, it was the whole universe. It was, I think it was just divine intervention, because you start talking about your passion with working with the youth and with your music, passionate about music and hip hop. And I like all different genres of music, but it's not just about the genre. It's about the business. The business is the same no matter what genre you're interested in.
Yep.
So I'm just excited about providing information and just combining a network of resources so that people can be empowered with knowledge so they can go ahead and get their stuff going. Because half the battle is knowing who to connect to.
Right.
Some people give up because they don't know what to do next. So I think it's important that people know who's out there and that they are informed. And I've been talking about this workshop for a while, but we're going to make it happen. Definitely. In the spring, you heard it here. live and in color on the Indie Voice Show. Right, Heather?
Yeah, I can help you guys monetize your presence online.
Yes.
There's two things, really important things I feel that when artists come to me to work with them or to help them, that they're missing is a writer and then an EPK. So I get 15 emails with, 20 MP3s in them. And, I'm a small exec, but large execs don't want to go through that either,
Right.
So I really encourage folks to have an EPK that is concise. I here's your golden nugget. I recommend Artist eCard if you are low budget, because you can start it free and it's concise and good. And then also, what else? Oh, your writer.
Oh, yes, right.
You need a writer. And a lot of times, I did a workshop at the Google Music Summit last year, and I had a room full of folks that didn't know what a writer is, and I still work with folks that don't know what writers are. And those are those things that tell folks that you want green M&Ms when you arrive, and water, and your guest list.
Right.
No, but really most importantly, how much you want to get paid, what you need for your sound,
Set up.
your setup, what your expectation is as an artist.
Yes.
Because again, coming professionally, otherwise they're going to just treat you like whatever.
Right.
So always present yourself top notch,
Right. Absolutely. It's great information. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. And what was that? 1 and 1? Remember
I didn't
that?
know what one was.
2 and 2? What show was that before we go to break? What show was that? Love Connection. Remember that?
Oh my God.
Am I dating
No.
myself?
I don't remember
2
that.
and 2.
No, I don't.
Yay! So to recap, yes, we got the hand claps going. Thank you, Mike.
That's right.
So to recap, we are putting together a workshop. The first workshop will be, again, setting up your business. I'm working with Alex now from Indie Artist Survival Handbook, and he is on Facebook. He's actually joined us on Facebook Live. Hey, Alex. We're going to get him in, and again, we're going to get some resources, pull some resources together to get folks educated. So let people know how they can stay connected to you, Heather.
I was just about to say, also on my website, which is pretty easy, it's www.holistichiphopcollective.com. And on there's a variety of things like get informed and empowered. And under that tab, you can learn about different things but again, we have a focus on hip hop culture. So that tab is a lot of things about the hip hop culture and business and why the culture is really an important thing to view these days. And what is it about hip hop culture? Also, we have a blog about what venues are good and bad in the DMV area,
that would
and what
be
works
excellent.
good.
That's excellent.
There's some little, I'll tell it. I don't
Yes.
care.
All right.
If I pay for it, I'll tell you. Tell my business. I don't care. And then, no, not everything. You can also learn more about business. Any indie artist. I can work with any indie artist on, I give them summaries, business monetizing guides, and working with them. And that's on our website as well under the business tab. And then our workshop tab is under the education workshop stuff. So if you want to get involved with us, with our workshops, if you're a university that wants us to come there, everything is there. It's laid out. Again, we work with any indie artist with the business side, but we do festivals, events, and a lot of the booking things working with hip-hop artists.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have it. And again, I'll have a link to Heather's information as well. So this week's Set Your Mind, Set Your Week. Thank you, Joy Pinkney, for for providing our quotes, our weekly quotes. So for this week, it's never let the odds keep you from doing what you know in your heart you were meant to do. And this is by H. Jackson Brown Jr. Fan the flame. It's about the takeaway from the inspirational quote and some suggestions on how to use the inspiration to take action. So here we go. So some people put in their mind that they are victims of their surroundings and failure is inevitable because society and environment dictates outcomes. Whatever it is in your spirit you feel you were called to do, your life purpose, stay inspired and motivated by taking small steps, each leading to accomplishing milestones, and before you know it, you are living in your purpose. The laws of attraction will place people and opportunities in your life when you move in your destiny. And that is so true.
What?
Woo-woo.
This is
Yep,
like
yep.
a perfect quote for me.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so we're going to end the show with, hi. We're going to end the show with, hi, gosh, let me see. How much time I don't know if we, we don't? We have 4 minutes? Yeah. Oh, my goodness. See, we had a special guest artist lined up, but we are running out of time. Oh, this is a bummer. But I do want to make sure, can you pull up the flyer? My friend and sister in song, Geneva Renee, will be performing at Blues Alley. Here we go, January 18th.
Nice.
Come up here real quick. January 18th, 2017, 8 and 10 p.m. Oh, come on. I want you guys to see. I'm telling you, how many times have you been at Blues Alley now?
This will be my 3rd.
Ooh, and she puts on an amazing performance. So I want you guys to come on out and support Miss Geneva Renee. Hello, beautiful.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, thank you. Well, guys, can she sing us out? Can you sing us out, Geneva? You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Hold on a second. See, this is great. I want to thank you all for watching. Geneva is going to sing us out, and the song is "Strong, Confident Woman." Now, is this an original?
Yes.
All right, so she's going to sing us out. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you. Joy, Kevin, stay tuned for Pink Fox. Thank you, Heather Mendelcorn. I appreciate you. She will definitely be back. All right, here we go. Yes. No, we're not going to keep talking. I need to move out of the way so I can.
No, stay right
Alex.
there.
Oh,
This
Alex.
is about you,
Thank
Miss
you so
Wendy.
much, Alex. Oh, okay, here we go.
Wow. We've had this conversation before. And I'm satisfied with the way things are. I never let what others say change the way I am. 'Cause I know how I worked and I know how I prayed to get to this place now. I heard you say before you had a lot of friends. Lied and told you they'd be there through thick and thin. But when times get rough, they're out the door. You're standing all alone. Well, I've been there before and I know that it hurts. But this is what I've learned. Oh, some are afraid of a strong, confident one. Some are afraid 'cause I love who I am and I know what I want. We must understand that we don't need their validation. See, all we need is the strength that we can survive. Yeah, it's all about the strong, confident women.
Yes.
Oh, I only want what's best for me. Yeah, I'm not too picky. I just know what I need. My mama said keep going on. Trust and know you can. So I prayed and I worked. Now I know my own worth. And Let me tell you how. See, I wasn't born this way. No, it took a lot of time to grow into the woman that is right before your eyes. See, my mama said to keep going on. Trust and know you can. So pray and work and know your own worth. This is how some are afraid of a strong, confident woman. Some are afraid, 'cause I love who I am and I know what I want. We must understand that we don't need their validation. See, all we need is the strength that we can survive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh,
Oh, man. So look, I'm glad we had an opportunity to hear Miss Geneva Renee sing, and again, January 18th, right?
yes, January 18th.
Blues Alley, and then you're going to come back because we got to do an interview.
No.
We're going to talk about the project. But see, this is what stars do. You come in, do your thing, and roll right on out, right?
Wow, this is called Be Prepared. Be ready for anything.
Exactly what we were just talking about.
That's right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you. Again, we'll have Miss Geneva Renee back. Stay tuned for Pink Fox. Whoop, whoop. Love you guys. Bye. Hey, Lenny, South Carolina family.
That's so cool. Facebook.
Yes, Facebook Live.
I walked in on the party. This is great.